Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Upper Tier Podcast. It's Tuesday, not Monday, so it's the Tuesday Trash Talk. Marky was supposed to join me tonight. We couldn't do the show last night, Marky's. The hours are kicking in now, the Christmas hours. So long hours, especially if you work in retail. Anyone who works in retail knows kind of this is the crazy period for this kind of thing. So got on to Marky there. We were supposed to be doing a show tonight, but he can't come on tonight because we've got the tail end of this Storm Bram, I think it is. And apparently there's no ESB in Lucan and in Lusk and all these different places at the moment. And we're hanging in here. I didn't think we'd have ESB tonight either. It's fairly healthy. Helter skelter out there, to be honest. It was a madness coming home as well. Lots of trees down on the motorways, lots of trees down in Bray. I've seen roads getting closed and all sorts of stuff there. And also, if you are, folks, stay safe. Remember, don't be going out in these kind of weather conditions unless you feel you need to. But yeah, we'll have a bit of a show on tonight, bit of crack. No doubt. Marky may get on later if the ESB comes back, but if he doesn't, so be it. So what we'll do is look at that beautiful San Siro stadium. I have to get to see that stadium before they tear it down. Can you believe they're tearing it down? Shocking, isn't it? Shocking, isn't it? But yeah, so we'll go through some of the Premier League results. We will be talking about Mo Salah, of course. We have to talk about him. There's no avoiding it. And of course, we will be we'll take you through the whole second half of the Inter game here. Have to say, Liverpool looked really, really good in that first half. In terms of solid display and structure and formation, I thought they looked really well, as good as I've nearly seen all season. Very comfortable on the ball, very relaxed. No goals. Had that goal disallowed, the Canate goal for the handball. A little bit unfortunate, to be honest. But yeah, both sides not hugely threatening, but certainly moving the ball around nicely and stuff like that, kind of cancelling each other out a little bit. Certainly Liverpool, I'm not going to say I'm a Mo Salah not being there. I wouldn't be that fucking naive or stupid, you know what I mean? But definitely have looked a little bit solid in the formation that they're playing tonight, and the lads look very much up for it as well, you know what I mean? But you never know, like it can all come unstuck, you know yourself. You drop a goal and all of a sudden the heads go down again, and it's more of here we go again. So just kicked off there again. So we're on Amazon Prime here, folks, if you're watching it and stuff like that. Ball straight into Allison. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go through the stuff as well. Sean's in. Big up, Sean. How are you, my friend? All good. Yeah, absolutely. Stay safe, my friend. Don't know, is it bad up around Cavan or like that? I know the south was hit pretty bad. My sister's down in Wexford and she got hit pretty bad today with it as well. So it was a surprising win last night. I don't think it was surprising. I don't think there'd be anything surprising about a win against Wolves this season, that's for sure. But yeah, very, very good win, very impressive and stuff like that. Just to take you through the scores at the moment: Monaco Galatasaray is 0-0. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Atalanta. Pedro with the goal. Barcelona 0. Eintracht Frankfurt 1. Inter Liverpool, of course, 0-0. That's the game we're focusing on. PSV and Atletico 1-1. PSV are taking the lead early in the game. Spurs are 2-0 up against Slavia Prague, and Union Saint-Gilloise is 1. Marseille 2. That's your current scores. And then we had where are we? Olympiacos 1-0 against Carrot, and Bayern Munich won 3-1 against Sporting earlier in the evening. So that brings you bang up to date where we're at the moment. Isaac, I have to say, look, great effort from Isaac. Unlucky. Isaac's looking a bit on it tonight as well, isn't he? He's a bit more about him. Dare I say, a little bit of tad bit. I'm not getting too excited now. Just a tad bit of that Newcastle swagger about him tonight. So let's see what happens. But certainly structure-wise, it's certainly looking a lot better than how it has been. Just a bit too much time, unlucky there. But yeah, if we go through the results at the weekend, Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1, that dagger right at the death. Bundia as well, absolutely sickener for Arsenal, and those ones are never nice. Those ones are a nail killer. Like, look how many of them have we had this season. Those late goals, are just tough. And again, Villa, a tough place to go. Villa in a real good vein of form at the moment. I think the only loss they've had in about 7 or 8 games is the one against us, actually. Surprisingly. They must be looking at that going, we lost against Liverpool. When you look at that run of games, insane. But a big win for Villa, and certainly now they're 3 points off Arsenal, and then Man City obviously picking up a big win, 3-0 against Sunderland as well, brought them to within 2 points of Arsenal. So are we going to see Arsenal? Are Arsenal going to steady up here, ball back with Allison here at the moment, playing out from the back? Are we going to see Arsenal now fix up here and put a couple of wins on the board now, or are we going to see what's happened in previous seasons when they were challenging for the title, where there's just a drop off, bit of pressure on them now with City being only 2 points behind? Who would have thought it? You think about, go back 3-4 weeks ago, Arsenal were actually cruising in the league. Arsenal fans talking about the league nearly being wrapped up and talking about doubles and trebles and all sorts of stuff, you know what I mean? So a little bit insane, to say the least, and stuff like that. But they're a very good team, Arsenal, and stuff like that. And I think they've Wolves, I think, at the weekend, isn't it? So you would imagine that's 3 points for them anyway. Wolves in a really bad place at the moment. I looked at Wolves last night. Plucky for a very short period of time, and then just fell away big time, But yeah, that's the way it is. Ball out to the right-hand side here. I have to say, I've been very impressed tonight with Joe Gomez as well. Especially as far, like he's getting well forward as well. Like, you would have thought, like, with the kind of the nervousness of the team in recent times. Konate coming back here now on the cover. Van Dijk, ball out right-hand side. Probably go for, oh no, Robbo kept it in. Mkhitaryan on there. You would remember Mkhitaryan from his days in the Premier League as well. Liverpool moving the ball pretty quickly as well. This is a real good Champions League game. Pull the trigger, lads. When you just pull the trigger, don't be scared to pull the trigger. Oh, that's horrific. Bad ball, Joe. You know it's a bad job ball. One of you should pull the trigger on the edge of the box there. We haven't really tested your man Summer yet. Summer, he's a good keeper. And not the biggest keeper in the world, but we've seen him when he played for Switzerland as well, how good he was. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, going back through it then, Bournemouth 0-0 with Chelsea. Chelsea be disappointed in that. Bournemouth also be disappointed not to have got 3 points in that as well. They did score early on with Semenya, but the goal was ruled out. But Chelsea just looking a little bit blunt, especially with this opportunity to propel themselves into a title race. It's around this time every year where Chelsea get just that little wobble, isn't it? But going well in the Champions League, where actually Atalanta have just equalised by the looks of things. So yeah, not too good there. Let's see how that runs out. Everton winning 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. Very, very impressive game from Everton. Man City, as we said, 3-0 against Sunderland. Newcastle picking up a win, 2-1 against Burnley at home. Probably made more hard work of it than what it should have been. I'm delighted to Keith's in. Big up, Keith. Don't forget tomorrow night, folks, 8 o'clock, Pro Wrestling Weekly. We're going to be unpacking Raw. We're going to be unpacking NXT Deadline. We're going to be talking about your top 5 go-to movies at Christmas that are not necessarily Christmas movies. Now, you can include a Christmas movie if you want, but we're looking for the movies that generally are not like, we don't want you to say Home Alone and National Lampoon's Vacation and Elf and The Grinch and that kind of thing. We want movies that you go through that might not necessarily be movies. I'll give you a hint. One of mine is quite a long one. I think it's nearly 3 hours and it's a war movie. And at times when you're off at Christmas time, you have a lot more time to invest in these things. So you can get the time to sit down and watch longer movies and stuff like that. So one on my list tomorrow night. It's quite a long movie and it's a war movie. No guesses for what it is. I'm sure you can figure it out. But yeah, Keith, very good. Arsenal slipped up. Sick of them winning. Yeah, absolutely. Makes it that bit more interesting, doesn't it? Spurs picking up a big win, 2-0 against Brentford. Much needed win at home as well. Thomas Frank under a lot of pressure. And they're also winning tonight 2-0 at home again to Slavia Prague. Get a bit of continuity there, maybe, what's needed. Leeds 3, Liverpool 3. What a game. Absolute madness. 2 quick-fire goals for Liverpool in the second half early on. Slipped up Konate, then giving away a penalty, brought Leeds back into the game. Got their backs up and away they went. Then they equalised. Then Dom with a lovely goal to make it 3-2. And then at the death, Leeds picking up the 3-3. Really a game of kind of two halves, really, Then we went to Sunday. Brighton and West Ham finished 1-1. Fulham losing to Crystal Palace 2-1. And then on Monday night, of course, Wolves getting beaten 4-1 by Man United. Man United full value for their win. Ekitike on the ball here, just taken off, I think, by Barella, if I'm correct. Chelsea won, goal alert. There it is, 1-1, Atalanta and Chelsea. So that rounds up your Premier League. Nothing really to get into too much. What's the crack, Eno? Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you are good. Eno was in with me on Saturday with a good old chat and stuff like that. Love catching up with him. Right, let's talk about Mo Salah. I think you've seen the videos and the shorts and the reactions and everything that went there. Extremely disappointing. This guy is like an absolute legend at the club and stuff like that. I think the interview, it looks now like it was a little bit contrived and stuff like that. And it looks like he was angling for a move away. And you can hear this evening now, if we go on to the next slide. I mean, we've seen all the quotes and everything else and all, you know. Yeah, but if you look at this, Mo Salah's camp are ready to ask Liverpool to come to a mutual termination over his contract. This seems very blunt and very abrupt. Normally in these situations, what you would see is, and we always have to protect the office of the manager in these situations. Otherwise, you end up in a whirlpool of player power, and you don't want to see that. I mean, our friends and subscribers on the channel here from Man United will be able to tell us all about the history of player power and how it has affected them over the last decade really, really bad. And it's taken a long time to sort of prize that out of the club. So we don't want to potentially get down that route. But the fact that this is what's coming out now would lead me to believe that there was a bit of an angling for a move here, and I'm not too sure. And it's really disappointing because we could be staring down the barrel here of the fact that we've seen him play his last game for Liverpool. We know he was left at home for the Inter game, and probably rightly so for coming out and disrespecting the club that the way he did. And a lot of people are talking about this in context between Mo Salah and Arne Slot, and that's not the issue. The issue is between Mo Salah and Liverpool Football Club, and I think somewhere in the middle of that, I think fans get lost in that. And I did an Inter I did a preview for the Inter game, and if you look at that preview, I think I spent nearly a half an hour talking about Mo Salah and the situation, and then I spent about 5 or 10 minutes talking about Inter Milan and the game. So I was quite insane. So people were coming on to me going, really enjoyed your chat about Mo Salah. But we were trying to get to the Inter preview, which was hilarious, you know, as you would expect. I think if you look at some of the reactions out there, I think they're really, really bad. I think this is something that could have been nipped in the bud, whether he wants to move away or whatever it is. I think it's something that can be dampened down. I don't think you see Sky Sports at the moment are producing a lot of like stats with him in the team and out of the team and all this bullshit. The guy's an absolute legend of the club. He will be forever remembered in our hearts if he leaves. You know, probably warrants nearly a statue outside the ground, to be honest, and stuff like that. But we can't get it twisted around the point that we've seen this side of Mo Salah a number of times. We've seen it with Klopp at the end at the West Ham game. Remember, if I speak, there will be fire. You know, and I'd love to try and figure out and understand what's going on when he said the club had let him down. The guy got a renewal contract for 2 years. He's on 400 grand a week. I don't know what's missing. He's talking about being benched and he can't understand why he's being benched. His play is being poor. And a lot of people are talking about his play being poor. His play has been poor since last February. This is not a this season thing. His drop off since last February has been quite a thing to behold. And it's just very, very interesting to see all the different narratives that come out and stuff like that. I don't like when Sky comes out and starts putting up stats and up the stuff and all this kind of thing, trying to besmirch the guy's character and what he's done for Liverpool. There's no doubt what he's done for Liverpool, and there's no besmirching it. And I said it tonight on Twitter that it's really poor form from the Premier League and from Sky Sports to be putting this stuff up, because in reality, he's been such a key part of the Premier League for the last 7-8 years or whatever it is. He's lit it up. He's given not only Liverpool fans unbelievable moments, but he's given football fans unbelievable moments to sit back and go, wow. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Liverpool fan or a football fan. You look at Mo Salah and some of the stuff he's done has been absolutely incredible. And that cannot be taken away. So I wouldn't be listening to anyone trying to tear down his character. I wouldn't be listening to anyone trying to go, oh, Liverpool were better with him out of the team than in team, and all this kind of bullshit. On the flip side of that, I wouldn't be listening to anyone telling me about how he nearly single-handedly won the league for us last year, because all that does is just negates, and I dare to say it, Romy's in the comments here as well. I can't deny the role of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Ryan Gravenberch, who was superb last season, McAllister, who was superb last season, Allison, Virgil, Kanate, Robbo, Connor Bradley last season had a breakout season and stuff like that and all. So we can't deny ball into the box. Oh, just taking off McAllister's toe there. But you can't deny, you can't turn around and start throwing your teammates under the bus that you single-handedly did that. And this is a team game. And if that team doesn't, I often compare it to, if you think of Mo Salah owed such a debt of gratitude to the likes of Bobby Firmino and Mane, because those guys used to put stuff on a plate for him. Bobby Firmino has to go down as probably one of the most selfless forwards I have ever seen in terms of football. He was an absolute gem. Dino, who does be on the podcast and in the chat and all, will tell you Bobby Firmino is one of his all-time favourite players, stuff like that. He was in tears when Bobby was leaving. And like, you have to find the right way for players to leave, don't you? Now, Bobby's one of those players who left the right way. He got a proper send-off. You could see the tears and what it meant to him and stuff like that and all. And this has to be figured out. We have to figure out a way of how Mo Salah leaves this club and gets an opportunity to send off to the fans of that. And he came out as well and he said that he had arranged his mother to be at the game, the Brighton game at the weekend and stuff like that, in a way so he could say goodbye and stuff like that. So was this kind of premeditated? Is there something going on in the background? We don't know. We know something has gone on and we don't know what it is. But everyone knows my line on this, and my line on this is always the badge and the crest that sits above my heart on my chest, not the name that's on the back of the shirt. And I've learned over years, more often than not, and this is not the case with Mo Salah, but more often than not, players will let you down more often than not on the way out the door. And I think we have to find a way to fix this in a certain way, that he leaves in a certain way. I don't want this guy binned off. I don't want this guy tarnished in any way. I think very simply what could happen here is he comes out and he apologizes for what he says, that he shouldn't have said it. He had to go, not only Arne Slot, he had to go off the club, he had to go off his teammates, and it's a weird narrative there, you know what I mean? It's just a strange narrative. This is a team and a club that has built the foundations of it around Mo Salah for the last 7 or 8 years. We have created Mo Salah, the star. And obviously he's had to play his part in that as well. You know what I mean? But just remember, and one of the guys I felt he was having a pop off as well was the likes of Hughes and Edwards. And don't forget, it was Michael Edwards who brought Mo Salah to the club at a time where Jurgen Klopp didn't want him. We know the stories that went down. Jurgen Klopp did not want Mo Salah at the time when we were trying to sign him. And Michael Edwards forced it through. So just a little bit of decorum and a little bit of respect as well for what's being done. This club is paying you £400,000 a week. They renewed your contract. Have a little bit of respect. And the worst thing about this for me is, if he had kept his mouth shut potentially for another week, this might have all blown over, because who knows, if we were to lose the Inter tonight, or even a draw if it's not enough, whatever it is. And if we were to lose to Brighton at the weekend, and let's be honest, that's a real possibility, because ourselves and Brighton, it's not a match made in heaven at time for us. Sometimes we get beaten by them, And that could potentially have been the end of Arne Slot. You know what I mean? And then Mo Salah wouldn't have had to drive this through and stuff like that. And I don't know whether he felt that he was the guy that needed to come out and say something. There's obviously been something wrong there at the club. And, a lot of it has been at times like our players grieving over the Diogo Jota passing and tragedy. Is that the case? But it seems to be something a lot more in the background. And I think Carragher last night, I think where he showed the passion and love he has for Liverpool and his club, I think he brought it a little bit too far when he started talking about the likes of Egypt and stuff like that and all. There's no need. And listen, we know Carragher always had an axe to grind with this guy. And I don't know why, because he's been fabulous. Shot in there from Dom, I would imagine, at that distance. Or El Katike, but safe hands with Sommer. Good shot though. Well hit. just down the throat of the keeper now. But like I think it really needs to be fixed up. This is not a guy who can walk out of the club under this dark cloud at the moment and stuff like that, you know. I don't think it would be good for anyone. And certainly wouldn't be good for us. And I told you before, Ben's room was like a shrine to Mo Salah, an absolute shrine. And Ben even said to me tonight, Ben's downstairs, he's really sick. He's after picking up some sort of a flu or something like that. And he was saying just how devastated he is at how this is playing out. Mo Salah's been his guy, always been his guy, you know. So really, really poor. So let's see what happens. Next up, we're going to talk about the FA Cup draw. We do have to talk about this, of course, the FA Cup draw. And it was a decent draw actually. A lot of Premier League fixtures and stuff like that in. So we talk about it now a second. We take some cuts. So where are we? Keith, I'm looking forward to the wrestling podcast tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a gem, lads. It's going to be a kind of a Christmassy feel to it as well, and a prelude. And don't forget, we're doing the Saturday. We're doing the watch along. I have to update the time on it though, but we're doing the watch along for Saturday night's main event. We could not go to bed and not send John Cena off the right way, that's for sure, especially with the links I've had with him in the shop and everything stuff. Salah's an absolute legend, but I think this will be his last season. I think Saudi is sniffing around. Keith, I think we might have seen his last kick of a ball, and that's what really scares me, you know. Really, really poor. Jamie Carragher takes sounds spot on. I was surprised with people that sided with him. Yeah, it's just look, it's a difficult one, you know what I mean? It's just a difficult one. It's your pro wrestling throwback guy. There you go. That's it, Eno. We did talk about it, Eno. Get prepared for the new year. Me and you are going to produce some throwback content in the new year, that's for sure. Do something together. Big up Romy. Hi Niall. Mo Salah's a great player, but he could have did his talking personally instead of airing his dirty laundry in public. Absolutely. Once it goes public, there's no coming back from when it goes public. Really no coming back from when it goes public. Seeing a replay here now. What's this? Just wide from Inter Milan there. Yeah, once it goes public, you have a real problem. Salah should do what Vinny did to Xavi. Xavi keeping the animosity to themselves till he releases a book. Yeah, absolutely. What was the story, Romy, as well? Did I read a number of players are injured? Is it legit, or are they trying to put that final now? What's Canate doing again there? Why are they clapping that? That's beyond stupid. Little cushion header down to Alisson there. Why put the team under pressure again? Another corner from stupid fucking header. Canate, come on, wake up. You're better than that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Let me know, Romy, as well. Are these injuries? How are you feeling about Man City? These injuries seem weird. Corner coming in here from DeMarco. Stick with me with this, folks, and then we'll get back to the comments and to the FA Cup draw. Lautaro in the middle there. I was always a fan of Lautaro's. Puts himself about. I like to see that in a player. You would expect us to do. I'm not going to say that, and actually touch wood. Not going to say that because I was going to say you expect us to do well off these, and then I was thinking someone's going to head this in because I was looking. They don't look like a tall team compared to us, you know. Bobby Firmino, the guy with teeth as bright as the eye of London. Absolutely, what a smile. What a smile. Lit it up for years. Yeah, players will take credit. Champions League claiming that they've played a better game, carried the team. BS, it's all team effort. It is so much. So much. When is Frimpong coming back? I've no idea, Keith. He was supposed to be back. There was talk the end of November, but I haven't seen any updates, so I don't know unless he's had like a setback or a reoccurrence. I'll fix this now. I'll take that one season wonder Muppet Xavi from my club so we can get a manager that can actually beat Celta Vigo, LJ and Real. Yeah, it's bad times for both of us, isn't it? When you think about it, bad times for both of us. Listen, we can share the therapy session together. Ball into McAllister. Free kick. Dragging Elvin. Ball into McAllister. Yeah, absolutely. It's insane. We can share the therapy though in this season. This season's going to be tough for both of us, isn't it? So we'll just keep the therapy going. I'm a big fan of Barella. I think he's a top midfielder. He is a top midfielder. He's a very, very good player. And I think we've been linked to him now. Bradley coming on and Florian Wirtz coming on. Joey G going off. I think who's had a good game. Joey G. I'd like to see Joey G getting a run on the team. He is. Alexander Isaac coming off, I presume, for Florian Wirtz. and we're going to have a kind of a change up there. Verts is going to drop in to the 10, and you might see Ekatike going more forward into the 9, more central, and Connor Bradley has come on as well, and I would presume it's for Joe Gomez. If I'm right or wrong, I'm not too sure, but they'll come up second anyway. Yeah, Barella, yeah, absolutely. Right, so what did we make of the FA Cup? Surely we have to be happy against Barnsley. But again, no easy games on this easy run, yeah? Look like we've a bit more energy about us tonight, haven't we? Lovely switch out there to Bradley. Lovely chest control. Ball into the box. Oh, shoo. Oh, so unlucky. Feels like there's a goal coming. Lovely switch of play there. Beautiful. Out to Bradley. Cushion down on the chest. Edge of the box on the side. Sends it into the middle. So unlucky with the block there. Ekatike. Oh, he just couldn't settle himself. Who was that? Gravenberch, was it? Beautiful control from Connor Bradley. Just on the pitch as well. Goes to show you. Beautiful control. Unlucky. Just got under it. Ball just came up on you there. Looking a bit about us now. Callis upon the strings. Oh. You didn't get the ball there, mate. What are you talking about? You didn't get the ball there. You got no ball there. He ploughed him. What are you talking about? What'd you call him for a card for? Times are mad. Let's talk about Romy. Perez needs to drop that bum, Xavi, like Drago to Apollo and Rocky 4. Yeah, Rocky 4. Good that you mentioned Rocky 4. Make sure, Romy, if you're joining us tomorrow night for Pro Wrestling Weekly, I want your 5 Christmas movies. Sorry, your 5 go-to movies that you watch at Christmas that aren't necessarily Christmas movies. So that's the catch to it, because a lot of people are thinking, let's put Christmas movies down. They don't have to be Christmas movies. Now, if you want to put Christmas movies down, go for it. But I'm looking for movies that you watch at Christmas, your go-to movies at Christmas that aren't necessarily Christmas movies. Bit of fun. And there's the hint for it. Absolutely. Verta's coming into himself the last few games. Yeah, needs to produce numbers though. That's the only thing, Keith. Can't be that kind of. Such a weird ball when we do it that way. I often wonder why we don't slide the ball just to the right hand side to a loose player there, maybe. Training ground trickery or something like that. Sometimes those things that we do, they're just a little bit predictable. You didn't need the head. Someone behind him should be calling for that as well. Ball into the box. No one there. Marco dealing with it. Bradley picks it up. Back into Dom. Oh, poor ball. They deal with them all day. Jesus, Bradley. Well, I don't understand why they complain. He's after diving straight into Mkhitaryan there, what did we make of the FA Cup draw, folks? Keith, if we beat Barnsley, I feel like we have won the Champions League the way we are playing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The only thing is there was like a whole glut of Premier League fixtures. Not Premier League teams who drew each other. So some of them are going to be going out, and interesting ones as well. Keith. Barnsley looked like they would slap us. Absolutely. So let's go down through it and pick out some of these. Tottenham, Aston Villa. What a fixture that is. DeMarco here. Ball into the box. Ali should take that. That's bread and butter for him. Come on, Ali. Tottenham versus Aston Villa is a real good fixture. I like the look of that as well. Wonder how Villa will approach the FA Cup. Flying high in the Premier League at the moment. And also doing really well in Europe as well. So let's see. Mark would be talking about this one tonight as well. Ipswich versus Blackpool. He's a big Blackpool fan as well. Wrexham versus Nottingham Forest. There's an interesting toy, isn't it? Would you back against Wrexham at home? I'm not too sure in the cup. Let's go down through. Fulham versus Middlesbrough. Interesting toy as well. Everton Sunderland. Very, very, very interesting. Liverpool Barnsley we mentioned. Portsmouth Arsenal. Derby Leeds. What else is out? Newcastle Bournemouth. There's a toy. Again, and there's 2 clubs there as well. Obviously, Bournemouth on a bad run at the moment. I think it's now wins in 6 or something like that. Quite the drop off not the typical drop off for Iriola or Bournemouth that you would expect. They had been flying high in the league. Newcastle at St James as well, tough place to go on a cup night. Depending on how they're doing and stuff like that, would Eddie ring the changes? Let's see what happens. Again, we'll be out of European football at that stage. I think tonight's the last night now. They're not back, I think, until the 19th or the 20th or something like that. So for Champions League of January. United versus Brighton. There's a tasty FA Cup tie, isn't it? At Old Trafford against Brighton. Should be an interesting one as well. So you could see somewhere in the region of maybe 4, maybe 5 Premier League teams exiting the FA Cup here at the third round proper, the way the draw played out and stuff like that. So you could see yourself, could be a wide open FA Cup this season and stuff like that. For us, it could become pivotal as well, because obviously doesn't look like we're going to do a whole lot in the Premier League, bar try and potentially get back into form and fight for a top 5 with a bit of luck. Champions League as well, I think there's a lot of teams that are just better than us at the moment, in a better place. So I think silverware wise, we're out of the Carabao Cup. So silverware wise, the FA Cup could be our last opportunity of potentially a trip to Wembley and a piece of silverware, you know. So we'll see how that goes. Niall, if you ever speak to Ryan G, tell him he's not alone this season with the way our teams are playing. I mention him every podcast. The only thing wrong with me is I don't think me and you are anywhere near where Wolves are at the moment. I looked at Wolves last night. Man. They look like they're already down, don't they? It's horrible, isn't it, as well, when you see it in November, December. Absolutely horrible. So if you're Ryan, if you are listening tonight, come back into the chat. The therapy session is open here. We formally opened it. Myself, Romy is the president. I'm the chairman, and you can be the treasurer if you want, Ryan. That's the way it is. The three of us will make up this therapy session along with the Wolves, Liverpool, and Real Madrid fans this season. We're just trying to ride it off to a bad old season, see what happens, you know. But let's see. I hope Wrexham get into the Premier League next season. That would be a great journey since their takeover. Insane. I heard whispers today as well. Are the two boys putting their share in Wrexham up for sale, or did I read that they had received a big offer or something like that? I don't know. Be hard on the journey that they're on to sell it, wouldn't it? Noel Perez is selling 25% stake at the club. Be interesting to see what happens. That's an interesting move. Why is he doing that, Romy? What's the story behind that? Apart from maybe old age and wanting to enjoy the dough and go off and enjoy himself. What do you reckon? What's the reason from selling it, or did he give a reason? Let me know. I hadn't seen it, but that's an interesting move. You're the Vinnie McAvey. Pre or post NDA? Pre or post NDA? Let me know. Well, let's see what else I have here. What else have I got? Yeah, disappointing news. I'm not gonna dwell too much. We were gonna take a look at the Champions League, but because it's Tuesday, we're already in the height of it anyway. Let's get some scores. See what the scores are like at the moment. Actually, let's see. Can I get this to do its thing? So at the moment, 80 odd minutes gone here. We're in the 76 minute, but there's 80 odd minutes gone here. Monaco 1-0 up against Galatasaray, still 1-1 Chelsea and Atalanta. Barcelona 2-1 up against Frankfurt. Inter and Liverpool still 0-0. Interesting game in the balance. PSV are now 3-1 down to Atletico. Tottenham are 3-0 up. Tottenham on a tear. Who's banging in the goals? Zima, Kudus and Simmons. 2 penalties in an OG though. God Lord, 2 penalties in OG. And Union have pulled the goal back. It's now 2-3 to Marseille in that game. So there you go. I do want to talk about this one. How are we feeling about this one, folks? Evan Ferguson, Roma have come out and said they're going to end the loan move. That he's going to be heading back to Brighton. I think in January, they said. So that's unfortunate for the boy. We know he's had a tough time, but we know there's been a little bit of mental health issues there and injuries and all to deal with and stuff like that and all. But he's one of these kids that we need home and come March for the Ireland team as well. He's going to be a vital part of that, I would imagine. After switching the ball there out to Robbo. Robbo out to Curtis Jones on the wing. We will go full watch along here once we've got this out of the way, but I thought I'd bring it up. Have to feel for the lad. He started out, I think, as well when he initially went there. He was doing okay, wasn't he? Did he go over there? Did he have a bit of a pre-season over there and he scored a few goals and stuff like that and all? And he seemed to be getting seemed to be bedding in pretty well, but fell out of flavour pretty quick. We did say it would be an interesting move and would be a tough move for him as well. He always comes across Evan Ferguson as one of those wholesome homeboys, doesn't he? I'd say he's one of those lads that likes nothing more than to sit around and have a cup of tea with his man, stuff like that and all, you know. But I think he probably needs to get a move. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We will talk about it. Where do we see? On Perez, minority stake to capital for capital with assets of 500 billion. Yeah, will be spending like Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of change, isn't it? I think we want to sell a minority stake. We're still paying off the Bernabeu upgrade. Looks fabulous, man. Do you know what I was thinking tonight as well? I was looking at this tonight and I've said it to Ben a few times. I am definitely going to travel to Italy, even for a weekend. I'd love to catch a game in the San Siro, and I'd love to do the tour of the San Siro before they tear it down. I cannot let them tear down the San Siro before I've stepped foot inside it and had a tour of it. So if anyone wants to go on a little trip, a little short break, 2-3 days maybe to Milan, and we go visit the San Siro and see can we get a game in, if we could, and visit the San Siro. I would absolutely love that. To visit the San Siro is definitely something on my bucket list. That's for sure. So anyone interested in that, let me know. Niall, that take or post you sent me the other day. I got Dave and you and a few others sending me that post within minutes after breaking. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. We will talk about it. Evan Ferguson to Celtic could work. Champions League, he'd love it, yeah. Celtic would feel like a home away from home for him as well, isn't it? But I think for Evan Ferguson, I think at times he needs to be kept busy playing football. Bradley with a ball in. Oh, he's hit the Marco twice. Once wasn't enough. Come on, Connor, lad. Step it up. Oh, unlucky. Ball into the box. Connor Bradley. Yeah! Good save by Summer, sitting up at the front post. Jesus, we feel like there's a little bit about us here. Come on, Florian. Mac 10. Connor Bradley. Dom. Look like they're under a bit of pressure here now. Ball into the box, Robbo now. Back to Gravenberch. Come on. Into Dom. Into Florian. Oh, he tried to give and go, give. Look like they. Am I right in saying they went to Milan here? Look a little bit tired. Are they a bit leggy on their feet? They're quite late with the tackles. Come on, you have to give a free kick there. Yeah, absolutely. Inter Milan looking a little bit leggy here, folks, aren't they? There could be a win here for us, about just over 10 minutes ago or something like that. We shall see. Atalanta have taken the lead against Chelsea. Not what Ian and the Chelsea Blues would want to hear. That's for sure. In the Champions League. Going through a little bit of a tough time at the moment. Niall, you invite me to the San Siro. I'm blushing here, man. Man, you are more than welcome to come on this trip. I'm definitely going to organise a trip in the new year to go to Milan for about 2, maybe 3 days. Try catch a game and go and visit the San Siro. I cannot let them tear that. I can't believe they're tearing it down in the first place. That should be a historical icon. I thought they had taken that off the cards, that they had listed it as a historic site. No. Any Italian fans balling? Oh, unlucky. Any Italian fans in the chat or subscribing to the channel, please let me know. Had they not listed it as a historic building? Or let me know, are they planning on building on the site and tearing it down? Or are they planning on keeping that and building beside it sometimes the way they do it? Let me know. And I know it's a couple of years away, isn't it, as well? But I do really want to do it. That San Siro is just so much history in that for me as a Liverpool football fan as well. You know what I mean? Just we ourselves and kind of the Milan teams are kind of intertwined with each other, like ourselves with Real as well. You know, Breezy. But yeah, absolutely. Inter Milan looking rough, like Diddy just got a hold of them after shopping. Yeah, do you watch that new Diddy reckoning? Ooh, 50 Cent. Absolutely insane, insane, insane. Yeah, but Evan Ferguson, I hope he gets back to Brighton maybe. And then hopefully in the summer, maybe gets a real good move and stuff like that. But I'd like to see him back playing football. We need him back for those playoffs, don't we? We need him back for those playoffs. There we go. My missus says I spend too much time to you guys, but she's not complaining. If I said I'm going to Milan, she'll be doing the Tom Cruise dance from that movie. I can't remember the name of it. Jerry Maguire, is it? Show me the money. Jerry Maguire, show me the money. That's the one where he's up on the desk and all, is it? The one where he's up on the desk. Daz, what's the crack, my friend? How are you feeling? How are you feeling about Mo Salah and all? I know we're both of us are obviously intertwined in pro wrestling and all that kind of stuff, but tough times at the moment as a Liverpool fan, Daz, isn't it? Tough times at the moment. I think there's a win here for us if we push it, lads. I think there could be a win here for us if we push it. Bradley here with a throw in on the right hand side. Curtis Jones back to Bradley. Comes to Gravenberch out to Van Dijk. Goal alert 2-0 Atalanta Chelsea there. We just spoke about it, yeah. Ball out on the left hand side. Florian Wirtz moving with it. Ball into Dom more central. Out to Connor Bradley. Quick ball into the box. A lot of interchange. God, Inter look real leggy here, don't they? Oh, there has to be a win here. Oh, no. Inter look way off of here now. They look shattered. Well, Canate, will you put a shift in? What are you pushing them for? Why would you push him? What's happening here? Why would you push him? The ball's going out. What's the reason for that? God, Canate at times. Yeah, we do need to go. Daz, I am not happy about Gunter versus Sane at all. Listen, we'll talk about tomorrow night on Pro Wrestling Weekly, but I enjoyed the Gunter potential penalty check here. Was this the one where he dragged him by the shoulder? I think this is the one where he dragged. Didn't he pull him down? He pulled Verts down by the shoulder, did he? This would be interesting if this is given. Good Lord. Yeah, no, that, yeah, we'll get into it now in a second, yeah, not happy at all, yeah. But I have to say, I did think Gunter's promo last night on Raw, I thought was very good, but I'm still not bought in on it, you know what I mean? Still not bought in on it. Where are we? Yeah, 50 Cent, Romy. 50 Cent did the interview on ABC because they can only watch that in prison. He's a savage. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. He certainly is. We do need a goal, Daz. We need a goal. He's going in for a penalty check here. He's going to the screen to check for a penalty check. Then I'm going to lose my shit if he gives us this. Yeah, Gunter, yeah. Look, I'm a Gunter fan, but just, I've said it already, not once. Oh, that's a jersey tug. That's a jersey tug. He has to give that. That's a pen. You can't pull it. Look, you pull a jersey, that's a pen. Come on, ref, there's nothing to look at that. He's pulled his jersey. That's a pen. The way they walk off sound like unassumed, don't they? And then they go, penalty check. He's calling the two captains off. He's going to give a pen here, is he? Please tell me this is a pen. Big up Acers. Yeah, well spot on the money. I just can't stand the prick. I can't stand Shearer. Far, it's a penalty, is it? We're getting a pen here. We'll come back to your comments in a minute, folks. Getting a pen out here. He's going spare. What's going on here? We are getting a pen, are we? Yeah. Look, he try it. Look, it doesn't matter how he goes down. If you pull a shot in the box, that's a pen. You can dress it up any way you want. When Diddy took a pic on the bike, I live with 50 commented on Diddy's Instagram. I bet that bike hasn't got a seat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As you see when he was at the window as well, and the lads, the fucking snipers on the far building and all, it was insane. Big old Ted, hope you're good, pal. Kanate putting a shift in when he gives away a penalty. Ted, don't say that. Please don't say that. Here's the panel coming up, folks. What we got here? Big Dom stepping up for the panel. Let's go, Dom. Focus on Summer. Focus. Let's go. This could be huge for us. Come on, Dom. Yes. Beautiful penalty. Beautiful. Big Dom. Best player this season. Get in there. Come at the arrow. Come at the man. I do wonder right now, sitting at home, what Mo Salah's thinking. Could this be the turnaround that we need? Could this be the turnaround that we need? AEW, what is it? AEW is over here as well this week. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. We see they're getting stick again over the ratings again this week as well, aren't they? Saying that, yeah, it's mad the grief to get. That's not a pen for me. He's let go of him, and the way he threw himself on the ground in a way, not consistent with it. Once you grab the shirt, Ted, once you grab the shirt, if you grab hold of a jersey, we've given away a few. If you grab hold of a jersey at the moment, that's a pen. That's a pen. And especially in the Champions League, they always give it. Penalty given, 1-0 Liverpool. Big up Pacers. Yes, get in, Keith. That's what I want to hear. Brock Lesnar. Yes, I seen that return at SummerSlam in August. I seen that earlier. Interesting. God, they're really dropping a number of players at the moment, or a number of roster members at the moment, aren't they? So that's going to be Cena, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar. They're flushing the bag out, aren't they? Flushing the bag out. Kanate Mills like Meek Mill after a night with Diddy. Yeah, absolutely. At Aces, I need to see Gunther versus Brock Lesnar match before he retires. You probably get it. Probably get it. Right, let's continue this watch along. Let's have a bit of crack. Liverpool up into 8 if they win, if they hold on to this. Oh, I'm excited now. We're back, baby. Are we? Like the hangover. I'm not saying that. Touch wood. Still a few minutes ago. No doubt it'll be 4 or 5 minutes added on as well. Isn't it mad? Like, you look at how that game's been going for the last 10 minutes, right? And like Inter Milan looked like they hadn't got a lick of energy about them. And all of a sudden they go 1-0 down. And all of a sudden all the energy is there again for them. Let's go, lads, on the break. Go on, Florian. Go on, Tom. Yes, beautiful play here. Come on, Mac. Carry it. Bring it with you. Come on, Dom. Could get a second one here now. Beautiful ball through the middle there to Gravenberch from Konate. Florian Wirtz on the left-hand side. Central Ekatike takes a touch, not the best touch, the first one. Pushes it out a bit wider. Into Florian again, into Ekatike again. Crowded out. Come on, Konate, stop being a goose bag. You know what I mean? Don't be stupid. You know? Lads, don't give the ball to Konate at the moment, right? Just let him do his thing. Just keep the ball away from him at the moment. Switch ball into the box, being shepherded out. No, what? That's a corner, is it? No? I thought one got a touch there, no? No, not a corner. Okay. Ball at the back there, Bastoni. It's mad. Look at all the Inter players now, how energetic they are. Fuck's sake, they couldn't put 2 steps together about 10 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden they're energetic and they want to play. That's mad. I didn't realise as well, you know, and I only realised it tonight. Christian Shavu as the manager. He hasn't aged a bit. He looks the exact same. The minute I seen him on the pitch, when I seen him coming out, and I don't follow, you know, Serie A football too much, really. You know what I mean? Christian Shavu. Couldn't believe it. I said, that's Christian Shavu. Class. Just goes to show you. When you're watching football too long, you know, you recognise these guys. Come on, lads, let's go, Mac. Mac, what's that? I'll be going down like you're holding the hamstring after that. Give over. What was that? Where are we? Few comments. Ted. Come on. Shit grabbing happens the whole time, every single corner. Yeah, but they allow it a lot more in the Prem, Ted, than they do in the Champions League. We know that the refereeing and the officiating in the Champions League is very different to the way it is in the Premier League. We see stuff being given that we don't even recognise times. Do you think Jericho could come to WWE? Absolutely. He's on his way back, no doubt about it. Sure, look, he's fucking tearing AEW a new one at the moment, isn't he? Have you listened to some of his interviews recently? He's shitting all over Cannon, the boys. Nick Khan trying to get ruthless aggression dead and gone. Yeah, I don't know about that. He did come out and say that all the did he turn around? Did you see it today where he said that the whole show is Triple H? It's all this is Triple H, which is interesting. Niall, my cod name online is Diddy's Oil. When I join lobbies, they just burst out laughing. I'd say so. I'd say so. Let that get out. Yeah, that's grand. Corner. Corner. Come on, lads. You need to steady up here. We can't bin this now. Can't bin this. I'd say that's hilarious, Romy. It's a done deal. He will be back at Royal Rumble. Yeah, absolutely. That's if he's not the black hoodie guy. Who's this mystery guy? Get it out. Well done. Get down, get down, get down, get down. There's no rush. Get down there on your belly. There's no rush. Massive ball out. Oh, you gotta control that. Unlucky, Robbo. Unlucky. Love that, Robbo. Gonna really miss him when he leaves or retires or whatever. I just love his little bit of shithousery that he has and stuff like that and all, you know. 6 minutes of injury time. Yeah, will he face or heel? Face or heel, Keith? God knows. God knows. I'll tell you one thing that will happen though. I think Jericho will be more heavily involved in the creative side of his farewell tour than I think Cena was. I think Cena was kind of more happy to just go with the flow. That's what I think anyway. Pigeon Chest Jericho back to WWE, I see. Yeah. Him and Kofi can share snaps. It's Ricky Steins. Ricky Steins. Good Lord. Can't be Ricky Steins. That'd be fucking terrible. That would be terrible. That's it. Well done. Well done. Well done, Bradley. That's what you do. That's what professionals do. Draw the foul, burn the clock. That's what we want to say. Robinson is a shithouser. He is. But he's our shithouser and he's a funny bastard. He is. He's really good. And now, Ted, if you see any of the videos, the Liverpool videos, he's at the center of everything that's acting the bollocks. Like, he must be at times a bit of a nightmare for a manager. Like, it's always funny, you know, when they bring out the FIFA cards and stuff like that and all, he's going around doing the videos. He was brilliant at them. Sad thing is, he used to do a lot of it with Diogo Jota, didn't he? And sadly, Jota's gone now. So for the new ones, or whenever they come out, he'll have to find a new buddy to do it. But elbow, huh? Bit of panic here now from Mentor. Just over a minute to go by the looks of things here, folks. Come on, Dom. Yes. Well done, Dom. Well done, Dom. Straight. That's it. Jericho will be the second entrant in the Rumble match. Really? I wonder will they bring him back before? Let's see. I know there's talk of the Rumble and stuff like that. I see they released a poster for the Rumble in Riyadh. I wonder is Jericho testing the water with the Rumble for Mania 43? Because these are going to be huge paydays as well. Not that he needs a few bob at this stage now. Like he's pretty set with that good AEW money and stuff like that. Moving the ball, lovely here. Florian Wirtz, Dom on the run on the right hand side, feed it out to him. Ekatike running into the box, Dom with the ball. Switches into Florian Wirtz. Nice little. Oh, unlucky lads, unlucky. Still picking at it. Closing down, Mac. Well done, Mac. Yes. Mac 10. That's what I want to see. That's the McAllister I want to see this season. Stuck in. Let's go, lads. Just over the 6 minutes now. 6:03. This could be massive. This could be massive. Who we got next in Champions League, Noel? I'm not too sure, Das. Haven't looked at it, not too sure, because I think it's January 19th or 20th. Focusing on the now at the moment, there's so much shit going on. Go on, Curtis. Curtis, big balls, got dragged off it. No rush. Take your time, Florian. No rush. 6:26 here. Come on, ref. What's going on here? Let's see that whistle. Ekatike through, is he? Oh, what are you doing there? You go. Come on. 6:40. Come on, ref. Blow it up. Yes. 1-0 to the Reds. Dominic Szoboszlai. There we go. Let's see those smiles, lads. Cheer up. The crowd around the refs and stuff like that and all, you know what I mean? Well done, Dom. That's a big win. That's a big win for us. Big win for us, thank God. Sorry, I'm skipping all around here. Yeah, Daz, I'm not sure. We'll check it out though. We'll check it out because we'll be doing previews and stuff like that. Rock versus Roman Reigns is set for WrestleMania 43. Interesting, interesting. Full-time acers, yeah, absolutely. Big win for us. Big win for us. Ravens documentary says, I thought it was already out, Romy. I thought it was out on Amazon Prime and all and everything. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and I'm dying to watch it because it's been out in the States now. I think since what was it, November the 23rd or 21st? I read was the release date. You know, we do have the facilities here to teleport ourselves to the USA if we want to see something. You know, just saying. Big up Keith, black hoodie guy, Seth Rollins, bastard child, just like Vinnie Mac with Hornswoggle. We will be discussing it. There is a few options. Tune in tomorrow night, folks. Do not miss it. When you're getting Jamie on again, I've no idea, Daz. I've no idea. Jamie's flat to the mat. Have you seen Jamie's content at the moment? He's on with the Coppish Boys. He's on with Hussam. He's doing his own thing. Jamie is flat to the mat. He's tearing it out. I actually haven't seen Jamie even. He hasn't been doing a lot of the Fight Club stuff with Luke recently and all. He probably hasn't had the time and stuff like that. And he hasn't been doing a lot of wrestling content, I don't think, either. He just hasn't had time. He's flat to the mat. I always still comment and like and share the stuff and stuff like that and keep in touch. But Jamie's tough guy to tie down. He just be flat out, and then you're trying to balance that work life with the family and everything and all. So I know that from being here as well. It's tough, you know. Slot machine survives a Christmas sack. Yes, get in, Keith. Absolutely. Slot machine got new. It got new and updated, yeah. Daz is in. Dark Side of the Ring is on ITV4 on Fridays after AEW. God knows. What time is that on at, Daz? What time does that be on at? That's kind of rough. Have they renewed? Have they confirmed they're coming back for another series? Another season, I should say, of Dark Side of the Ring. If you've liked that as well, you should check out, folks. They've done a Dark Side of the Cage. I've mentioned it before, and it's all about UFC fighters and all, and it's very, very interesting. Really interesting. Quiet, you. Quiet. Well, there it is, folks. That's it. 1-0 to Liverpool. Let's go down through the results before we get out of here. But very, very happy with that performance tonight. Thought we looked more like a team tonight and more solid. And again, I'm saying this, I'm not throwing shade at Mo Salah at all. Certainly not. Right, where are we going? So Olympiacos earlier in the night won 1-0. Bayern beat Sporting 3-1. They were the earlier ones. Monaco ran out 1-0. Chelsea fell down 2-1 to Atalanta after being 1-0 up. Barcelona went down 2-1 winners to Frankfurt. Liverpool 1-0 against Inter. Dominic Szoboszlai with a penalty for the short grab of Florian Wirtz. Atletico Madrid won 3-2 against PSV. Tottenham won 3-0. And Union Saint-Gilloise 2, Marseille 3. So what that means for the table at the moment is Liverpool are up to the dizzy heights of 8. So we're in the automatic qualifying places at the moment. That's a lovely place to feel. I don't know how it'll roll out with tomorrow night, whether we will stay there or not. But now we can park the Champions League until January, I think 19th and 20th it is, and we can start focusing on the Premier League. We can start focusing on fixing up. We can start focusing on figuring out what's going to happen with this Mo Salah situation. Can we sort something before he heads off to the AFCON? So it's not the topic of conversation every fucking goddamn week while he's away. Let's see what happens there. But very happy, big win. You will get a reaction in the morning at some stage to our win tonight in the San Siro. Delighted to win there, all right. Let's see. There's only episodes. There's only old episodes on ITV4. Ah, yeah, absolutely. New season isn't out yet. Mary J is going on a mad one. He's been going after Hannibal from Hannibal TV. Yeah. Met Marty over in WrestleCon when we were over there in Vegas, actually. Yeah. Lovely to talk to him at the bar and stuff like that, but he was going through, he showed me his leg and stuff like that. He was in a tough L way there, you know. Salah out, yeah. Salah out, yeah. Gorgeous Gino this week, 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Jeez, fair play to you, that's. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do those hours. Although I will be this Saturday, because we do have a watch along for John Cena's final match at Saturday night's main event. So join us for that. The panel will be on for as well. Cyrus from the Warriors didn't try to play volleyball with the football tonight. I'm shocked. Yeah. Marty is insane. He is insane. He is insane. Absolutely. That was a very interesting, was a dark side of the ring or something like that. It was very, very interesting. You know, very, very interesting to say the least. Right, folks, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wrap it up. I will catch you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Pro Wrestling Weekly, and then myself and Darren will be back on Thursday, where no doubt we'll be talking much more Mo Salah. We'll be talking the Premier League, and we'll be giving you our picks for Beat the Bookies. Until then, folks, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, drop a like on the video, and of course, I hope you're enjoying all the other shows that all the panels are putting together and stuff like that and all. They really are knocking it out of the park. And I hope you're enjoying the shorts as well, that have been very well received as well.